Yeah, we here. What up? What up? What up? It's Sports Roundtable. Yes, sir. We in the building. Well, we in our own spaces, but we still in the building. We in the virtual building.
in
I
the
am your
building.
main man, H.O. from Bankhead, your humble host. And as you can see with me, rocking and rolling. Hancock is out tonight, but I brought my main man back in. And it was voted by popular demand. Let me just say that. I had one of the listeners. I said, listen, Hancock just texted me and said, one of the listeners said, well, you already know who you need to call. I said, okay, my man. So I made the call, and boy, here we go. We in the building with my main man, Maceo Herb Jr. What's going on, Mace? What's happening?
Man, look here again. I tell you this all the time. You need me, telephone call away. The other one? One call, that's all that
Yeah,
good stuff.
there it is. So listen, I figured um I say you didn't get your camera shine on Monday, so hey, let's get it back. Let's get it back. You was at the Hawks game, trying to cover that debacle that they wasted a 40-point performance by Bogey, and I was like, wow, that
Dude,
was that was tough.
let me
That
tell
was
you
tough.
what's crazy. And I told Bogey this after the game. Sometimes you hoop, so you know this. Sometimes you can just look at guys at pregame and you be like, tonight ain't the night.
Right.
When I tell you Bogey couldn't hit nothing in pregame, and we just kind of made a joke jokingly. We were like, now why Bogey go for 30 tonight? Because I mean his pregame was his, I've never seen his pregame look the way it looked. But when
Right.
I tell you when the game started, like, hey man, but that's why shooters shoot, man. Shooters shoot. Shooters
No doubt about
shoot.
it.
My God, man. He was unbelievable, dog.
So
Unbelievable.
I need to ask you this: when you sit in the press box and you see when Bogey is open and he get ready to pull it, do you anticipate it going in, or when he missed, you like, oh man,
Dog, I'm always shocked. So our seat is right behind the 6-man crew.
right, right,
So that's where we're staged. Dude, they kind of let you know how what kind of what kind of night it's gonna be. But when they all start standing up, you like, oh, it's good.
yeah,
It's good. But you could just he was catching everything in rhythm and just letting it fly. I was like, man, he on one tonight. But like you said, we wasted a 40-point performance. But I also want to tell everybody this because this was my first time seeing Jokic live.
yeah,
When I tell you the most unathletic looking dude ever, but super fundamentally sound, bruh, watching him play is really like he kind of like that uncle who is like he can't jump but get all the rebounds.
mm-hmm.
You know, again, can't jump, but he always in position to block your shot or alter your shot. And his passing, oh my God, his passing is unbelievable, dog. Like it was fun watching him play. I was thoroughly impressed by him. I like I say, watching him at pregame, I was like, that's the MVP. That's the world champ. But
Right.
bro, once that thing tipped, oh man, he baller, super baller, dog, super baller. Thoroughly impressed.
So did we, or were we premature in giving Tim Duncan the nickname Big Fundamental?
Well, for the time, it was proper. But
Okay, for the
this
time it was
this guy is big fundamental 2.0
okay,
because
okay,
man, everything he do is sound, man. Dog. Because again, I'm sitting there looking like, bruh, that ain't Jokic. That can't be him. Yeah, that's him. And he
but I'm
like
gonna
that
tell you
for
what I
real.
was impressed with, and you let me know if this was something that you had figured out. You can't speed him up. He
No,
he go at his own pace. Like when he's on the break, if he get the ball and he pushing it, he's gonna push it slow and he's gonna get it his own pace. You try to steal it, he go put his body and he's just go. Even when he get it in the post, it's his speed, and that's it.
Bruh.
You can double, you can triple, you do
1 year.
everything.
1 year. He has 1 year. Third year. He just got third year. That's it. He don't need nothing else. And like you said, now it's his pace, it's his way, and you got to kind of adapt to it. And it's crazy because that team understands this. You know, Caldwell Pope kind of, Jamal Murray, because they all, it's truly poetry of motion to see them play it the way they play it. It's just like, okay, that's their up and down. And mind you, now they're the world champs. So it's just crazy, dog. It was a sight to see, dog. I thoroughly impressed by Jokic watching him live.
Cool. You think they can go back and get another one after you watch them?
No, I do. Because I think the thing about these 7-game series, they seem to be able to make all of the right adjustments. It's not this one-off thing. In a series, they're gonna get you because they just know how to get to the spots. They play such in sync basketball, and they're never. It's like they're never rattled. Even when the Hawks made that run, I mean, they made it a strong comeback, but it was just like they were like, okay, we're gonna keep you at bay. Yeah, that's cute what y'all doing, but we're gonna win this game. So I mean, it was crazy, dude. It was crazy. Crazy.
All right, before we even get started, let's Draymond Green done messed up everybody's probably notes for this evening. So let's go ahead and talk about Draymond before we get to the hot news. Draymond Green just last night had did something that we kind of sort of used to, but at the podium, he said he wasn't really trying to do what he did, but didn't look that way to me. Are we at this point? Are we tired of the antics, or what do you think? Just give me your thoughts on the whole ordeal about what happened last night against Nurkic.
Been over the antics. This is, what they always say now, Draymond being Draymond. It's amazing that nobody on that team has checked him yet for his behavior. He continues. It's like that bad child. Whenever you don't, discipline that child, it becomes out of control. The KD thing, the thing with Jordan Poole last year, it's like this guy should have probably been gone 3 times over. And the thing about it, I don't care what nobody says, his productivity doesn't justify his problems today. I see people, well, he the heart of the team. No, he not. That team would be fine without Draymond. I don't care what nobody say. But they've allowed him to get away with so much now that it's almost like, well, what y'all gonna do now? Like, okay, now you gonna punish him? What are we doing?
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
As I was looking at this the other day, he's approaching what Rasheed Wallace record in as far as is it text or ejections or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a good look. Do you think he has, at this point, has he affected his after basketball career by being such a turret on the floor?
So this was funny, HO, because he's become so revered in as he's dubbed the new media space. He's this darling. I mean, he's part of Colin Cowherd's network. He has a podcast that's doing very well. So I mean, he's kind of got ahead of the curve on that part, on that piece of it. But it's just like, at what point do we just start saying, "Man, look, enough. I don't rock with dude," because we've seen guys become ostracized from the league because of their behavior. But for some reason, because he has 4 titles, he's kind of looked at in a different light. And I mean, I'm sick of dude. Like, honestly, I'm over dude. If I knew anybody who was related to me who had a Draymond jersey, I'd be like, don't wear that around me. You know, it's
Right.
just like, and I'm just thinking about Steph. Y'all continue to just Draymond being Draymond. I mean, you gotta stop that, because I mean, he's cost his teams. He's I'm over Draymond, dog. I'm so upset with the antics and people keep letting it go, and people keep justifying that. Yeah, I'm overdue, man. I'm super overdue.
Is it Steph's responsibility since he's the best player? Is it Chris Paul? Is it Steve Kerr for them to say something?
Yeah, I mean, it starts with Kerr and definitely Steph, because I mean, when we think Golden State, well, we think Steph, and it's like,
Absolutely.
Steph, you good with that? You know, I don't say Chris Paul. Chris Paul just got there. I mean, we kind of look at Chris Paul a little different now. You know, and like, all right, Chris, you ring chasing again. All right, Dez, I agree with you. He cost his team a championship with that behavior when LeBron got the one in Cleveland. He cost his team that championship.
Mm.
I mean, and like, that's the elephant in the room. Everybody, well, you know, we could have did it now. If Draymond don't get ejected, y'all win, series over. Get out of here. Get out of here, Draymond. Get out of here.
So my last question before we actually get into the hot news is this: when you hear Nurkic at the post game conference talking about how he thinks Draymond possibly needs to get checked out and he needs to go see some, basically painting the picture as if
like,
something is mentally wrong.
No, I totally agree with him, because, bruh, you turned around and you threw a punch. We've seen an inverted elbow. You know, we've seen, like, that wasn't what that was. That was you frustrated, you upset, you turned around and you swung. Like, bro, you threw a punch. That's a punch you threw. What you did to Jordan Poole at practice a couple of years ago, bro, you have a history of this. And Adam Silver, Adam Silver ain't gonna do nothing because he's so pro player. Something has to be done with Draymond. Like, dude, man, this dude need Ja got 25 games for whatever he did. Man, get this dude 15, 20 games, man. Let this dude sit at home and think about it or something. It's no repercussions for his actions. None.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I doubted the NBA run with a narrative that something is wrong with them.
They're not
if they won't
do it.
If they don't punish him like they did Ja, I mean, if David Stern was is still in the chair.
Well, he'd been out of here. What?
Yeah.
50 games.
It makes me wonder though. And I'm just, I don't mean to start now, but it makes me wonder if Mark Jackson was still a coach, would he put up with this?
Man, he wouldn't be there, and we know that he wouldn't be there. Man, the preacher man
Right.
getting Draymond out of there, like, bro, you're not worth again. Now I can't stress this. I said this when I was coaching. Jimmy Johnson said this. Hey, when your problems outweigh your productivity, now sir, we have a problem. And that's what's going on with Draymond. I mean, dog, you out here
Yeah.
averaging 8-9 points a game, man. And no, this guy be out here trying to act like he better than Charles Barkley. He better than all these other guys. Cause you wrote the coattails for these
Mm.
4 championships. Like, man, get out of here. Like, bro, not one time folks say, hey man, we got to stop Draymond. Ain't nobody said that. Man, get out of here with that, Draymond. Get out of
Yeah, I
here.
agree. Yeah. I smell a buster. I smell a buster coming up on later in the show.
You think?
All right, man. With that being said, we're gonna jump into some hot news. Hey, man, the hot news sponsored by Big Easy Grill. Anytime you're looking for some Louisiana seafood, Big Easy Grill is the place to get it. Big Easy Grill, 1193 Collier Road, Atlanta, Georgia. Big Easy Grill is the place to get the $1 million seafood platter. I can guarantee you that. Yes, sir. Just mention Sports Roundtable and SRT, and you will get a 10% discount on any meals, $25 or more. Yes, sir. All right, we're gonna start off with the Heisman. Yeah, the Heisman was this past Saturday, and we got him in. The Heisman winner is Jayden Daniels, LSU, Louisiana State University. Now, this is another Heisman winner that didn't get into the playoff. That's not normally the case, but in this case, it is. Your thoughts on the Heisman? Did they get it right, or just your thoughts?
They got it right. We're part of this national college football call on every Monday. We discuss college football every week. Bo Nix, they were ready to hand Bo Nix the Heisman Trophy. If Bo Nix wins the Pac-12 championship game, Bo Nix is your Heisman Trophy winner. Once Bo Nix lost that game, it kind of just opened it up to Jayden Daniels. It kind of was, you're sitting there like, well, he's truly been the best football player, the most exciting football player in America, week in and week out. Penix, I mean, could have made a case for Penix. I never thought Penix was as exciting as Daniel, and I think all of the close games Washington played down the stretch, that kind of took him out of it. They invited Marvin because basically everybody had been saying all year Marvin Harrison is the best college football player in America. I mean, who are we to? I thought the kid from LSU or the kid from Washington probably deserved the Biletnikoff more than Marvin, but because Marvin is at Ohio State, he has the highest visibility. Once LSU started losing a lot of these games, you kind of really didn't see him, but you always saw the Jayden Daniels highlights. So I think they got it right with Jayden winning the Heisman. It would have been hard to take Penix over Jayden because just numbers had him. Heisman moments, he had them when that's what they always talk about. Where is his Heisman moment? I mean, the guy put up video game numbers, man, and he deserves it. So I think they got it right.
Would you say this statement could be true? Jayden Daniels had the best stats in the most competitive conference in the nation.
Oh, that made it. They made a huge difference because we everybody say to a man the SEC is the best conference of football. All the best athletes are in the SEC. I mean that's the narrative, right?
Right.
This man don't. I mean, again, the numbers don't lie. We always say what they say: men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Just look at his numbers. Now it ain't Jayden's fault that he don't play defense. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
he's scoring 40, but they giving up 41.
Mm-hmm.
Can't win that way. Can't win that way. So, but you just looked at the four guys individually and just really think about the totality of the season. Jaden Daniels, without a doubt, was your Heisman Trophy winner. They got it right.
Yeah, they got I knew once the odds came out and he was a minus what 18.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was like, Jaden is he doing a little something. It was I mean it's to the point where now not only do the schools get a lot of pub and a lot of visibility throughout the season, but now you're starting to see these same schools sending these players to New York each and every year.
Oh yeah.
The Ohio States, the Alabamas, the Georgias, the LSU, all it's becoming the same teams that's pushing and putting these players in New York.
Yeah.
So, which we're gonna get to it, which could affect the transfer portal because every time the everybody who was there was in the transfer portal, right?
Everybody except Marvin.
Marvin
Marvin was the only guy who started at Ohio State and finished at Ohio State. And think about this too. We talk about those same schools. So just think about the recruiting chip that these coaches can use. Like, hey, bruh, we send people to New York for the Heisman. You is one of your goals, one of your dreams to win the Heisman Trophy? Well, the statistics show that LSU, we've had 2 in the last 5 years. You know what I'm saying? All these schools, you go to USC, when you walk into I forgot what they call it, the trophy play, whatever they call the House of Champions, whatever it is. But you see all these Heisman trophies on display. So it's like, hey, I don't know what such and such do, but at USC, it's a chance you're gonna get enough publicity to win a Heisman. I mean, if on Oregon, listen, Marcus Mariota will forever be an Oregon legend. They have an entire hall dedicated to Marcus Mariota and his Heisman. So he good for life at Oregon. So I mean, and Oregon, hey, listen, you want this kind of love? Come here, and you can get a hall next to you. You can get a building next to Marcus Mariota.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
All right, Dez got a question out there. Let's see if we can here.
How long have they been doing the SEC schedule reveal? My first time seeing it is a new. So, because of Texas and Oklahoma joining the conference, this is some kind of new, because now what conferences are moving away from as we get ready to start lining up these super conferences. They start taking pages from the NFL. The NFL have the schedule reveal show. That's this big deal. SEC, because again, we say that's the toughest conference. They're telling you now, hey, our schedule is even more of a big deal now, because you got Alabama and Georgia who play in the regular season. I think it's like the 3rd or 4th game this season. You have so many sexy matchups. The SEC Network, ESPN, who's getting ready to, because ESPN does have the rights to the SEC now.
Exactly.
Everything is a TV show, baby. Can you maximize them dollars? Here it is one more time.
Yeah. That's money in the bank. And then they highlighted certain games. Tennessee. I mean, where was it? Georgia plays Texas.
Yeah.
Alabama plays Oklahoma.
Yeah. That's sexy, dude. Georgia's schedule next year is crazy, dude. They open up with Clemson in Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
kickoff classic. I've got to say game dog. Then dog, they play Alabama in September. That's
Yeah, it's crazy.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be must see TV all the way live in the SEC next year. And you have been saying this. I heard you on your shows been saying this that um it's going to 12, but it's gonna be filled up with SEC teams in the 12.
Everybody gonna be mad. Like again, everybody cried about, oh my God, we keep leaving out these teams. But again, the math never math. 5 power conferences, 4 slots. A
Right.
conference was gonna get left out every year, and a couple of years, 2 conferences got left out because you had 2 SEC schools. So if you got 2 SEC schools with 4 slots, how many think they gonna get with 12?
Yeah.
Like, dude, the top 5 SEC schools are gonna get in the playoffs, and now we're gonna fight for 7. But see, now we can say, hey, win your conference, you're in, because now 5 power conferences, we got 5 slots that automatically get filled. Now you got 7 other slots. Really, technically, you got 6 because whenever Notre Dame is relevant, Notre Dame gonna get a slot.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have all these schools fighting for 6 slots. And again, you're gonna earmark probably 3 more for the SEC.
Wow.
So I mean, what are we doing? What are we really doing, y'all? Get out of here, man. Y'all get out of here.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna turn the page to the in-season tournament. Mr. LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers win the in-season tournament and they get a trophy. Now, we've had some people that come out, and I guess they were being funny to say that, all right, LeBron, don't try to count this against Michael Jordan. It's not a ring, it's a trophy. So, your thoughts on the in-season tournament, the championship, and the Lakers winning it, and AD finally doing what we know that he can do.
So I thoroughly enjoyed the in-season tournament. As a guy that really don't, outside of the Hawks, because I have to cover the Hawks, I don't really focus on the NBA truly till Christmas Day. To me, that's how we like to start the season because they make a big deal about it. Then after the All-Star break, because Super Bowl over, now we knee deep into NBA.
Right.
So for personal reasons, two thoughts. The only reason I didn't want the Lakers to win the in-season tournament is because the LeBron lovers, this just gives them something else to make these goofy people argue about stuff. You know, it's like, oh my God, hey, he's the first in season tournament champion. Of course it was LeBron. Of course it was the Lakers. So now that's when you start hearing which is, again, I tell y'all this all the time. The dumbest argument in sports is Jordan LeBron. It's the dumbest argument in the world. Now, when you see 2 goofy people arguing about this, now they got another fellow. Well, LeBron won the in-season tournament.
Exactly.
That's what they gonna say. He won the in-season tournament, and he was also the in-season tournament MVP. Okay. Hey, if that's what y'all gonna rock with, go with it. I mean, because again, you can't talk Jordan people off the ledge. You can't talk LeBron people off the ledge. So that's why I tell y'all all look goofy when y'all argue that every day.
Hey, so you personally, I'm gonna ask you this: how do you see this on the LeBron's James resume? How much does it improve it? Does it even matter? Does it make it? Was it a cheesy way of saying that I got a
So
championship?
so Ho, I say this all the time. When I do decide to engage in a LeBron discussion, time is going to be LeBron's best friend.
Mm.
Once he finally steps away from the game and then he's gone for a while, everybody will then really start appreciating LeBron. It's almost like Kobe. And me and Glaze, we laugh about this all the time. A lot of people truly didn't appreciate Kobe till Kobe wasn't in the NBA no more.
Mm.
It was so many people who just hated Kobe. But once he got away from the game, he started doing stuff. And once you start realizing he wasn't there, then you kind of just start appreciating everything he did for the game or the way he played the game. I've always said this about LeBron, and I'm going to continue to say this. Very rarely do we get a guy who comes in and is billed as the next this, and this, and lives up to every expectation. He has done that. And the fact that he's still playing at the level he's playing in year 21 is just a testament to how much he takes care of his body, how much he cares for the game, all of these things. I just wish LeBron would stop bringing up, I got to be the best. I got to be the best now. I got to do it. LeBron, nothing you can say going to change people's opinion of you. Continue to play, but once you walk away, the people who weren't on your side will finally be able to sit back and say, that was a hell of a career by Mr. James. I mean, he did it all the right way. Like, you can't, when I hear people like quote unquote like hate on LeBron, like, well, I mean, what is that really to hate on? What is that hate on? I just wish him, Rich Paul, his camp, y'all don't have to throw his name in the arena. Now, his resume is what it is, and it's an excellent resume. I mean, like, what is that a freaking argue about, dog? That's what I can't never understand. Like, no, he's the all-time leading scorer in freaking. No, think about how long we watched the sport.
Yeah,
Nobody ever thought we'll see somebody break Kareem Abdul-Jabbar record.
I agree.
Never. So it's a testament to now this man at 18 was on go, and he's still going.
Yeah,
You can't hate on it. It is what it does. And at the end of the day, I think anybody to just be mentioned as the greatest to ever play the game, no, I mean that's enough. I mean that's enough because hey, your pops, your uncles, my pops, my uncles, what we like, they don't like. Our kids, what we like, they don't like. So again, that's why I'm always like, y'all, it's hard to just argue errors. It's just hard. My uncles, now I got uncles who don't, but they don't think Michael Jordan the GOAT. They don't. My nephew, them, my little cousins, they wear Jordans all day, but they don't know that Jordan was like that. They hear about it. So I mean, it's just an error.
I think that ought to be a rule that if you've never seen Jordan play, you should not wear Jordan. If you've never seen him play, you just shouldn't wear his shoe. I mean, I just think that's just a personal rule.
Dude,
but let me
and so with that real quick, H.O., so this my only beef with LeBron lovers. And now I laugh people all the time. Dude, don't talk me to death about LeBron exploits and you got on Jordans. Now, y'all, Don't none of y'all would now. Y'all be capping for this man all day, every day. Y'all don't own not one pair of that man's shoes. Not one pair.
I agree.
That's just me. That just my sick mind. But
I agree.
whatever.
I just sent you some that if you want to play, get it to me by tomorrow night and we can go.
Oh Lord. I just said on yesterday I'm not doing this, but I'm finna look at it though. I'm finna look at it.
I hit him for the 500 a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, I'm still eating off that. I was gonna ask you, have you seen Kevin Durant's post when he was bumping for LeBron, but he backdoor bumped for Mike more than he did for LeBron. Check that out. So this is the thing, and he bring up a good point. He gave me another way to look at this whole thing, and I'm glad you brought that up about time. When LeBron finally sit down, and time starts to go past, and the next big thing come up, are they gonna compare him to LeBron, or they gonna compare him to Jordan?
Yeah, dog, they're probably gonna compare him to both. Probably because this is what I think is getting ready to happen, and we're seeing it. Jordan is gonna become the logo of the NBA. Everybody has a Jordan. The Jerry West patch is getting ready to disappear, and we're gonna see the Jordan logo, Jordan brand logo on everything. Mike, so my dad always say this. Michael Jordan is the only athlete that gets the ultimate pass. And he gets the ultimate pass because we've romanticized his goatness. Like say, I can be talking to my cousins, my younger cousins, and they sports junkies. They think Jordan has never missed a game-winning shot. They think that Jordan has probably had an undefeated season.
Oh wow!
Because of the way Jordan is I mean, now he is truly romanticized. And so my dad's always like, man, listen, Jordan gets the ultimate pad because you can't tell somebody, oh yeah, you know Jordan missed the game when the shot. People, that ain't possible. That's Jordan, he the GOAT.
Right.
But that's how. But again, time is gonna do the same thing to LeBron. Once LeBron is away from the game, and we're gonna start getting these stories, it's like the dude that ran for 100 yards in 91. Then in 2001, he ran for like 160. And then in 2011, the story is he ran for 220. So I mean, it's all romanticized, man. Like in time, look, man, the story we're gonna hear about LeBron, 5-10 years from now are gonna be incredible. You're gonna be like, dang, y'all know I watched him right.
Right.
I know I watched his whole career. So it's all subjective. It's all crazy, dog. It's all crazy.
So Kevin Durant said this, and I thought about it, and he said, who was your favorite player before Jordan became Jordan? And I think Paul Pierce said it was Dr. J.
Yeah.
He said Jordan was so good that when everybody started mentioning who was the best player, Dr. J name never came up anymore. Jordan made you forget about Dr. J, period. Altogether, period. No longer was Dr. J in your conversation about being the best. Michael Jordan just erased all players, period. So now you're going to get the Jordan folks saying, has LeBron did that?
and so I don't know if that's possible.
Right. That's
On-
my point.
Only because, like I said, Jordan, his brand, his name is just in the fabric of everything. Like, no, he just changed the color of shoes every month, and people still buy them. Like, you like, how many color of them fours I need? How many color of them fives I need? How many dog, like behind me, dog, I got a white and gold pair 11s, white and red pair. It's a pair of gray ones back there. It's a black and white
Mhm.
pair tonight. How many pair of 11s do I need?
Right.
But I'm going no because no, because it's just like it's etched, it's stitched in our fabric, no.
Mm-hmm.
It is. So I mean, it's like, man, we gonna forever be talking about Mike, dog. I'm sorry, y'all. We gonna forever be talking. No, and so I always this how I always get my cousin. He go on and he LeBron guy. Now I get it. I say, who LeBron favorite player? Why LeBron what 23? End the conversation. It's over. It's over. It's over.
Yeah, I get it. All right, so congratulations to the Lakers. You got your in-season tournament
No doubt.
trophy. Congratulations. Congratulations to Anthony Davis for playing the way that he played
AD
in that.
balled out, dog. AD.
Yeah,
That's the AD everybody be looking for. That's
yeah.
the AD everybody be looking for.
And unfortunately, you go get that every once in a while. So, but you inaugural in-season tournament, you are the champs for that. So, not sure how much credence that holds over an NBA championship, but
And
you
and
know,
and, and there you go. So in June, if the Lakers aren't playing in the NBA Finals, will we even bring up the in-season tournament?
yeah, that's a good point. That's so a good point. All right, let's go. Let's go into our last subject in our hot news is that Patrick Mahomes rant. And I think I heard you the other night talk about how he is so pissed off about the
Yeah,
receivers and
yeah. That was just
then he came
frustrating.
out and apologized. I mean, should he have apologized or should he, as King Harris says, stand on business?
Nah, he should apologize because he was wrong. I mean, all that he did, he was wrong. Cause Kadarius Tony was outside. Like, no, I'm watching the TV. I'm like, God damn, Kadarius Tony outside.
Yeah.
Ref threw the flag immediately.
Mhm.
And now the funniest part about this is when Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen went and shook hands at the 50-yard line, and Pat Mahomes had nerve to say, "Hey man, that's the craziest call I ever seen." What Josh Allen supposed to say? Like, "Oh yeah, man, it is." Boy, stop.
Exactly.
You remember that offside that cost us the game in the AFC Championship game? Man, Pat
Mhm.
Mahomes, you better get out of here with all that, bro. We deserve that. But he was wrong. When Pat Mahomes went and watched the film, he was like, "Hey, damn, Tony, bro, Tony could have reached over there and touched Von Miller. Nah, he was that far offside, like he playing DN.
Right. I agree.
Like, man, Pat Mahomes, bro, you were wrong, Pat. You spoiled. You was wrong, man. You was on the wrong side of a back. No, the Chiefs not that good right now. And I know
Yeah,
I know he's frustrated because he want a big play receiver. He don't have it. Tony not it. Rice probably gonna be good in time. They bought my nephew. They bought McCole Hartman back. McCole ain't did nothing. Sky Moore was drafted in the first round. Sky Moore ain't nothing. And teams are finally they doubling Travis Kelce and Travis Kelce between his podcast and Taylor Swift. Man, he look uninterested sometimes. So
I agree.
I mean, they just a bad football team right now.
Yeah. So I was gonna ask you about it's funny how what Kansas City receivers lead the league in drops, right?
Yeah.
I think 33 drops, leading the league in drops. But
Yes.
when Travis Kester threw it to Tony on the lateral, he didn't drop that. I mean, it's funny how that worked, right? When
Dude.
your quarterback throw you the ball, you can't catch it. But when you get in the lateral, maybe he saw that if he caught this, I'm gonna score anyway.
This was funny, and I talked about this yesterday. Cause you hear about it, man, how to cut Tony. Think about this. If Tony don't return that punt in the Super Bowl last year, they not Super Bowl champions.
Right,
Tony, the fourth quarter that Kadarius Tony put together in the Super Bowl was unbelievable.
Right.
Kadarius Tony physical skills as a football player, as a wide receiver, are phenomenal. But his super inconsistency is a super problem too. So it's like, I mean, if he hold on to the ball and he in space, he a problem. But also, hell, if I throw it to him, it's probably a 65% chance he ain't gonna even catch the SOB. So I mean, yeah, they that's a tough thing for old Andy Reid to be in right there with old Kadarius Tony and his whole receiving core. But Ho, you and I talked about this summer. Why not? Okay, let Tyreek Hill go and you want a Super Bowl. Okay, but you need a big play receiver. Why not go get my $50 million a year quarterback, a big play receiver? Why I got him out here with this with these guys? Come on.
Right. And all of the quote unquote teams that can win Super Bowls have that.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Ayuk in San Francisco, and you got Debo. I mean, quiet as kept. What's your boy in Dallas?
CD, boy, CD.
Yeah. I mean, he doing this thing, and he just killed the Eagles. I mean, soon as they play the Eagles, you prize pick, you should just go ahead and just choose them.
Hey man, Sadarian DeLeon gets busy against the Eagles all the time, the time.
Yes, sir. Miami, Miami with Tyreek, of course.
Tyreek. Mm-hmm.
Who else we got?
She got Philly, who got AJ Brown and Devontae.
They killing. And what about Buffalo? If they ever get Diggs right,
they got Stephon Diggs, who is a dog, who is a alpha dog.
And quiet as kept, Gabe Davis is
but Gabe Davis very nice. He's a very nice piece over there. Very nice.
So I mean the formula is out. Everything else you can go.
You can go.
And maybe that's what's holding up teams like Detroit.
Yeah. Because Amon St. Brown, he nice, but I mean, he don't scare nobody. He ain't no one like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He nice, but nah, he don't scare nobody.
You see how Minnesota struggle without Jefferson.
Man, Jefferson, grand opening, grand closing, came back and got hurt, got banged on up.
And we ain't gonna talk about the Cincinnati receiver, even Jake Browning, who I'm trying to figure out who had a better game, Jake Browning or Joe Flacco.
Shout out to Joe Flacco. And I say with old Jake Browning, I mean, it ain't hard to reach out, go look out there and throw the number one. I mean, Jamar Chase is like that for real.
Yeah, so So let me go ahead and put that. Trey said my home is a LeBron whiner. So
Oh, he is a whiner. He is a whiner. If you watch that quarterback show on Netflix, I mean, I'll give you all you need to know. He is definitely a whiner. Jesus Christ.
yeah. Yeah. So with that being said, the rant didn't surprise me if you seen the Netflix special,
Oh yeah,
and
without a doubt.
the rant doesn't surprise me. But like you said, he's wrong, because when you look at the tape, when you look at the film, it's all over the place. When you look at it, the man was offside, point blank, period, no doubt about it. And
Period.
did he check in with the referee? But you didn't even get a referee a chance to even tell you.
You ain't lying. You just point over there out of habit. You just point over there and you got
And turn
set.
around.
Dude, the great Alfred Jenkins told us all the time, at receiver, if you looking in at the ball and you can see the nose of the football, you too far.
Yeah,
You're too far. Take a step back. You should see the laces, the writing on the ball, the center hand, dog. You should not see the point of the football, dog. That's you too far. You are entirely too far, dog. Bro, you was outside, man. End of story, man. Let it go, Pat Mahomes. I bet he won't be outside no more for the rest of the season. I can bet you that. I bet you that.
So my last question before we even get off of this thing, what do you think Peyton Manning would have said to the receiver corps if this would have happened to him?
Bro, what? Bro. See, Peyton that kind of dude. Well, Peyton finna go get everybody. Peyton, no. See, now, Kadarius Toney would have got cut.
Yeah.
Cause nothing is bigger than the game to Peyton. That man would have had the first thing smoking up out of it, and Peyton wouldn't even care. Hey, man, if your salary cap, all that, he gotta go. That's inexcusable. Be a pro. That you know that Peyton, man. Be a pro. Be a pro.
Did you see the film where I want to say Austin Collie, when Peyton Manning threw him a ball and he tried to reach up and grab it with one hand, and he came back to the huddle. Peyton said he was just pointing to the sideline, just go. Coach said, what are we doing? Get back in. And Peyton just pointed to the sideline, and he told the coach, Peyton told us we can't ever try to catch the ball with one hand, ever. And if we do,
in life,
in
life.
I don't understand. Do people really understand the kind of command and the kind of demand Peyton had on his team? Do people really understand that?
They don't.
They just think he whispered past the graveyard like he's just this super nice guy just because.
Nah, this dude the whole killer, dog. This dude the whole killer. Yeah, dog. Listen. Anytime Peyton might, like I say, the craziest mic'd up to me is when he cussed Jeff Saturday out on that sideline. Like that was Peyton Manning. My dog with my boy Marcus Pollard. Pollard works now with the Jacksonville Jaguars now.
Mm-hmm.
So he was Peyton tight end for a few years.
Right, yeah.
Dude, some of the stories Marcus tell about Peyton, bro, listen. If you weren't in your playbook, if you didn't understand the details, dude, run the wrong route for Peyton Manning. Now Marcus talk about this. Now I can't stress this enough. Run the wrong route for Peyton. If you're supposed to be 7.5 yard curl, it better be 7.5. It better not be 8. It better not be 6. Because if it's not 7.5, yeah, you're getting cussed out. Chances are you might not dress. And you might get cut. Dog,
Woo, woo.
bruh, pay dog. When Marcus tell these pay story, I'm always for like if me and him talk and he get off the phone, I say, no, forget our phone. Give me a pay story. Man, I ain't fool with pay. Man, hey, I heard. Listen. That was so anal. And like you said, don't let Peyton come in like your position. Peyton coming in your position meeting room. And cause he done already seen the film. So he coming in there, excuse me, coach. Hey, look here. On this right here, bro. Look here. Now, do you want to be here next week? Get your life together and walk out.
Just like that.
That's Peyton Manning. That's Peyton Manning.
I don't think people really understand that Peyton can be that way. Yeah.
Wild boy.
Yeah. But that's what it takes. A lot of times, but when Mike and Kobe did it, it was a problem. I mean, when you demand excellence, I mean, when you look at you played a whole lot of sports. I'm sure you done had some coaches in your life that said that if you don't do it this way, then I'm gonna get in your grill,
Bruh.
and I'm gonna be in your face.
My way or the highway. Period.
So I'm just saying, Peyton Manning get to cuss everybody out, and it just he get the pass.
Yeah.
They
say they're fiery. They're fiery competitors.
Yeah,
him and Brady, they're fiery competitors.
And I'm sure Brady got some stories. I'm sure. I think Shaden done told a couple of stories on Brady about how fiery he is.
Tom Terrific, as they call him.
Mm-hmm. But Mike does a documentary about The Last Dance and how he done cussed everybody out and how he demands excellence, and he gets a bad rap.
Bruh, the best part of The Last Dance to me is, and I watch this clip every Saturday for boot camp. I watch it every Saturday for boot camp. It just get my blood going. And it's the part where Mike talk about, hey, that's just the price you pay to be a champion. Now, I know what y'all looking at. I know what y'all saying. Hey, he's not a nice guy. He's this and that. Hey. That's because you don't know how to win. You just don't know how to win. You know what I'm saying? It's a price they got to be paid. I'm willing to pay it, and my teammates knew it. And if you didn't like it, they go to the door. Then Mike say, I need a break. I love that part of Last Dance. I love it. Oh, my God.
So tell me this. Let's talk about real quick on how you can be good at sports and good in your sport, but don't know how to win. Because a lot of people don't understand that you can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't know how to win, it's wasted talent.
So it's a mentality. It's a mindset. So I would always tell my kids when I coached. I say one of my favorite saying, and they mock me to this day still about it, because now they understand it later on in life. I say most of you like the sport, but you don't love it. Y'all like what the game, brings. Y'all like that stuff, but y'all don't love it. And they would always look at me strange. I'm like, because if you loved it, I wouldn't have to chase you to come to the weight room, to come do this. I won't have to worry about your grades because you understand that being eligible and the highest GPA that you can get gives you the opportunity to go to college. Y'all like it. Y'all like the attention it brings, but y'all don't love it. And when you go from high school to college, you see a different kind of love. And then from college to the pros is a totally different, a whole a love you just don't understand.
Mm.
So, dog, that always like drove me. Cause my dad had told me that, like, when going on, he like, bro, you play football and baseball, you like it, you don't love it.
Yeah, I
I used to be
agree.
like, what you talking about? He like, no. I mean, if you loved it, no, I wouldn't have to wake you up in the morning to go to the batting cage, or I wouldn't have to wake you up to go run. No,
Right.
you would just go do it. See, you won't do enough to get by. What are you doing outside of what y'all do every day? So you satisfied after practice?
Mhm.
You good with it? You did enough for the day. Dog.
I'm gonna end on this on the hot news. I had a coach. I had an 8th grade football coach. I went to Kennedy Middle School. I had an 8th grade football coach named Robert Warren. Matter of fact, he later on coached Quincy Carter. Quincy will tell you about it. The man was so brilliant. He told me one time, and now Maceo, this is a true story. I went all the way through to the 8th grade, never ever played football in my life. Period. Right? I get to the 8th grade, and my homeboy, my best buddy, who I went to the 8th grade with, to Kennedy, Marcus Glad. You probably know about it. Went to Washington High.
Boy, Marcus Glad, boy, a terror on basketball floor.
Listen, that was my ace. We grew up on Bankhead, and I'm gonna tell you, he is my dog. Anybody to this day, he would tell you, if you mess with him, oh yeah, we gonna have I'm gonna have to show you these hands. But when I went to the 8th grade, because I never played, I didn't even know how to put on my I didn't know how to put the pad in the car. I didn't know none of that. And he was just like, don't even worry about it. I got you. But to my point, the 8th grade coach, Coach Warren, which is my head coach's brother, and he told me one time, he said, always play to win. Don't ever play to keep from losing. I know you done heard that one.
Bro.
I said, so when he told me that, I looked puzzled and I was like, what are you? And he said that when you play to win, losing is not an option.
Oh.
So you don't even think about the losing. When you play to win, everything you do is to win.
Well,
every decision, every play you make is to win. He say, he said, do you notice that when you drop back the pass and you choose a receiver, and this is the truest statement, he never told me that was a bad decision, that was a wrong decision. You know what he used to say, Mace? You could have made a better decision. He said, because if I'd have told you that was the wrong decision, you just go do it again.
Yeah. Wow.
And I'm just like,
that's facts.
I'm like, mentally, I'm just like, and as you get older, you start to think like, that was genius.
Yeah.
And that's what he meant by when he say play to win
Yeah.
and don't play to keep from losing.
Yeah. Dude, the phrase, so it's the same phrase right there, but my dad just used to say, you gotta hate to lose more than you love to win.
Yeah.
And I used to always be like, because he was like, if you hate to lose and you know the feeling that losing gets you, dog, you're gonna do everything in your power to win. Because you don't want that feeling. And it took me a long time. He said this when we were Little League sports. I used to be like, what are you talking about? But I remember when the light went off. I was like, oh. Dude, that's smart, bro. That's smart.
Yeah.
Bro. Levels, dog. Levels. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy, man. Yeah.
So I don't think a lot of people really understand it. Then when we look at these guys that's playing, you know, like we so enamored about criticizing different players. Like I'll be the first, I'll be the first to say that, yeah, Desmond Ritter might not be this or that, but has he ever been in a position to know how to win, how to make winning plays? We don't think about that when we criticize. We don't know what somebody has been through to understand that maybe they've never been in situations where they know how to win. Because knowing how to win is the other piece to your talent. And sometimes you got to be in situations and in environments and with coaches to teach you that mentality, because just like you said, it is a mentality.
Dog.
That's all it is. It's a mentality that says that this is how we do it and this is what we do.
Dude.
And,
And so many people now it's that process. Like, you know, how do you get prepared? Have you done everything to? Because oh man, we pray for da da da. Well, the other team praying too. You 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 think that God don't listen to the y'all prayers? No. Who's the most prepared? Who just wanted more? Like
mm-hmm.
who just wanted more? Like, you take an off day today? You think you done arrived? Okay. Okay. Now, Terry Davis, coach Terry Davis was our track coach. He won the football coach at Douglas. Dude, just little stuff that drive you. Dude, my junior year, I was 11 alive player of the week after we played Henderson.
Mm-hmm.
Had a crazy game. Bro, I'm in the hallway, they come to school to interview you. It's gonna be on the news. You're gonna be in town extra, all this little stuff here. Nah, that joker. Everybody patting you on the back. How about Coach Davis? Coach Davis said, "Yeah, that's nice. Can you do it again?"
Yeah.
That's all. That's all you got. Your career over now. You satisfied with that? And just
Yeah.
walked off.
Right.
Made me mad.
Yeah. That's it though.
I said, huh? But he was right. He was like, oh, you good with that? Oh, okay. All right. All right. Break out his Hall of Fame jacket. One game.
Mm-hmm.
Bet you can't do it again. Bruh, had me fuming. But that's what it is, dog. That's what it is.
Yeah. It's a mentality for
It's the
sure.
mentality, dog, for sure.
Now, how many times have you seen a player that's so talented and you just said to yourself, if he had the winner mentality, he would be great.
Oh my God. Just 2 minutes. Now, I'm it's one kid, Timothy Burney. Timothy Burney could have been the greatest running back to ever come out of this state. He walked in the door, size, speed, just crazy, dog, super crazy skill set in the ninth grade, dog. He was this park legend when he got to Douglas. Park legend,
Mm.
bruh. First time we saw him touch the ball at a practice at Doug. Oh, oh, he the one. He the one. Zero work ethic. Zero work ethic.
Wow.
Always look for the easy way out, dog. Always. Wouldn't go to the weight room. Just he was just naturally gifted, but what he didn't understand was, dog. Okay, yeah, you here, and everybody here, but they working. You not.
Yeah.
Now by your senior year, bro, he better than you. He better than you. He going to college. He got scholarship. He got a scholarship. Tim Burney chilling somewhere. Chilling. All the tools, dog. All of them. Zero work ethic, dog. I never forget the kid's name. Never ever. He had everything. Everything. Everything.
Just couldn't do it, huh?
No hustle by itself. No grind by itself.
That's sad. All right, man. We're gonna jump on into what we call our ballers and our busters. Yes, sir. Ballers and busters. We're gonna talk about that. Sponsored by Bo Bell Basketball. Bo Bell Basketball is the place where you can improve your basketball game tenfold. Where he says feet work is key to all improvement of the basketball game. Yes, sir. Bo Bell Basketball. He got one north, south, and midtown. Go to CoachBoBell.com for more information and let him know SRT Sports Roundtable sent you. All right, ballers this week, Mace. I'm going to go first, and I'm going to take my baller this week. And before we even get started, in the chat, go ahead and give me your ballers and your busters. And my baller this week, I'm gonna go with I think I'm gonna have to go with old Joe Flacco. I even picked against Cleveland in this game because I'm like, I just don't see it. But boy, was I wrong. Now that's what you're talking about when you talk about a veteran quarterback to come in and just. Well, it's been a couple of years since he played, right? Like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And he just comes in and as if he been practicing the whole time. I mean,
Joe Felizi
and just throwing dimes. So Joe Flacco is my baller this week, man, because he shows you, and this is an example of how these young quarterbacks can really take notice in
majorly.
How you can. Do you see how quickly he was getting rid of the ball? I mean, as soon as his back foot landed,
out,
it was gone.
Out.
So, I mean, I think Joe put on a much of a clinic. Anybody who's 35 years old as far as playing the quarterback position. So Joe Flacco, shouts out to you. You my baller this week.
Totally
right, what you got?
Dude, my baller, Vance Joseph, defensive coordinator of the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
If we wonder why the Broncos, and think about this, y'all, the Broncos are one game out of first place. They're one game out of first place. So after Denver gives up that 70 points to the Miami Dolphins, everybody, oh my God, fire sale, get rid of everybody. That Vance Joseph. Yeah. First of all, the fact that Vance Joseph went back to a place that fired him. He was the head coach. They fired him. For him to come back in to be the defensive coordinator and throw away that 70-point game. It happened. Can't do nothing about it. What do? They've only given up 15 points a game. So we wonder why the Denver Broncos are back in it after horrendous start. Vance Joseph has fixed the defense, and now they are rolling. Vance Joseph, baller.
That's what I'm talking about. Uh-oh. Dad say he rolling with the Cowboys. Yeah, he rolling with the Cowboys. So can't say nothing about that. And slowly but surely, Dakota definitely in the MVP race.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yeah, so all right, my buster this week. Yeah, I'm going with that, Dez, of course. He's back again to being a buster. And that's Arthur Smith, who continues to try to make Desmond Ritter. He must got him in fantasy or something. I mean, why are you throwing the ball like that when you got all these cowbells in the backfield?
Oh, God. This guy.
I mean, it's to the point now, Mace, where it's like, I mean, I'm telling you, my goons from Bankhead done hit me up and say, you still want me to make that trip out to Flower Branch?
We need to go ride. We need to go ride on him.
Listen, they told me that they don't know what Flower Branch is. They need me to print them out a MapQuest sheet. The only reason I haven't pulled the trigger is because I don't want them to go and get the wrong author. That's the only reason I hadn't pulled the trigger yet. You know, they going in there looking for author, and they might the wrong author might, and I'm like, no, not I didn't mean that one. But the play calling is absolutely, and you know the worst thing, and this is what the worst thing about it is the press conference. The press conference is, we got to get better. We got the guys in the locker room that can get better.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if you said that in week 4, why are you still saying that in week 14?
He also likes to say, yeah, we had to look. Yeah, that's what I call that play, because we had to look. We were looking for. That's his favorite. Yeah, we had to look. We had to look. Yeah, that's
my only issue with this is, and I done told you this before, if Terry Fortno, which is his boss, can't tell him that he needs to stop calling plays or they need to hire offensive coordinator,
gotta hire OC,
then he makes me think that he's in on it.
Yeah, he in cahoots.
Yeah, I mean, because Maceo, if this man, if he's under your watch with all the toys and the people that you drafted that we like, but he don't know how to use them, then that looks bad on you.
Bad.
So can I get y'all to ask D-Led to ask why won't Terry Fontenot say anything to Arthur Smith about his play call?
We got you.
Because I'm just trying to figure this out. He got to see what we see. Arthur Blank got to see what we see.
Got to.
And my thing is, if you're going to allow season ticket holders to keep paying PCLs and for season tickets, and you keep packing the bins each and every Sunday that they play there, and we got to put up with that. And I mean, where's the what's the word? Retribution.
Right, right.
Where is it? I mean, my goodness. I mean, it's just it's a matter of a reciprocity. That's what I'm looking for. The reciprocity of give and take.
Yeah.
You put a good product on the field, we pay.
All right. It's all reciprocal. It's reciprocal.
Exactly. But if you put a bad product out there, then we shouldn't have to pay for that.
I need a discount. I need a discount, my boy.
Yeah, I mean, my goodness.
As the kids say, my boy, I need a discount, my boy.
All right, so let me get some that's my buster. Let me get some more of these all right, there go Dad said, think about how many third and long plays that were ran with either London, Pitts, and Bijan, or sometimes all on the sideline.
Without a doubt. I mean, you got Goofy Melvin Peaks out here wanting them to throw the ball to Scotty Miller. Scotty Miller?
Yeah, exactly. And there's another one. Pitts' greatest weakness as a tight end is blocking, but Smith keep running plays to his side, blocking for another tight end.
Yeah, he out there holding. He out there. I mean, he doing everything but blocking.
Right.
He doing everything but blocking.
All right, there's another buster.
He has officially been suspended indefinitely. He has to go get counseling.
All right, this is the biggest buster right here. Arthur Blank, where is the customer service?
Facts. He just be sitting up there in his suite, just be looking crazy. And then when he the only person who can park inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium, so they pull his Sprinter in. He parked right there, so he can get right on the elevator, go straight to his suite. Somebody need to go by there and flatten his tires.
Something
on his Sprinter inside his Mercedes-Benz Stadium. How you like that, Arthur? You gonna keep make us watch Arthur Smith, bro? We're gonna flatten your tires, dog. And I know it don't mean nothing. I know it don't mean nothing to you, but it's the principle, dog. It's the principle.
All right, Dad said, y'all notice he doesn't even come on the sidelines anymore?
Oh, no. Yeah, no. Why? Why? Stay up and out the way. That's what you do.
All right, Mace, who you got for your bust?
Dude, and I didn't want to give it to him, but I got to give it to him, man. Trae Young. Trae Young. Dude, you cannot get thrown out of these games because you get emotional, man. You get in your Carl Thomas thing and you chirping Trae, you haven't arrived yet, dog. You can't do what you see these other superstars. You're not a superstar, Trae. Dog, your team makes a valiant run, but we probably can't get over the hump because you not out there. So much is run through you, through this offense. You right out. And you get thrown out because you won't shut up. Come on, Trae. What are we doing, Trae? What are we doing? Makes no sense. Like, my buster, Trae Young. And I'm not calling no Ice Trae. He Trae Young. He don't deserve to be called Ice Trae.
Did his dad say anything? Did his dad say anything about him?
Not that, nah. So his dad didn't say anything, but his dad will have something to say Monday. I'm sure of it because Trae's gonna get a fine, and even post game, Coach Quinn say, "Listen, Trae can't get thrown out of that situation. He can't. Like, let's talk about that later. you know, but you can't get thrown out in those type situations right there, Trae Young. Buster.
Now, for some who didn't see it, or some who didn't see the highlights, or some who didn't, take us through what happened and why did he get thrown out?
So get a call. He don't like the call. So he start yapping. So counter walk off. So ref gives him a tick. So Quinn, Coach Quinn, he see what's going on. So he kind of trying to diffuse it. So he jumps in. He kind of moved Trae out the way. He kind of get into it, take it up for his player. Coach get a tick.
Mm.
So you get 2 ticks right there that fast. They send Caldwell Pope. He getting ready to go to the line. Trae still talking. Now he's not talking to the ref per se, but he's still talking.
Mm.
And you know the ref like, he's still talking. He's still doing what I gave the tick for. Double tick. Now you gone.
Now you gone.
Now you gone. When dog, go over there in the corner or walk to the other end of the floor. Now, Boosie over there, some other folks over there, go over there and talk to them. Don't get thrown out the game, Trae. Now you gone to the shower. And now, because you got attitude, your coach got attitude, I ain't gonna tell you what went on in the locker room. So now, as the press, we got to sit in this damn room waiting on them to come talk to us. Game was over at 10:30. Quinn don't come in the room till like 11:05.
Mm.
Then Bogey don't come in the room until about 11:35. And now they send us Clint Capella. Why we want to talk to Clint Capella? Why? Dude, man. Trae, you gotta be better, Trae. Trae. You see, Trae wants to be this superstar, quote unquote superstar. Hey, no, you're not doing superstar stuff, dog. Like you want to be mentioned with all these other guys. The other guys you want to be mentioned with, they win. They constantly had their teams right there. And yes, you made a run, 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Now, don't nobody remember that now. Don't nobody remember that. We remember that you stepped on somebody's foot and twisted your ankle in Milwaukee and you out. We remember that. Man, come on, Trae, man.
Was he still frustrated, you think, about the call he didn't get at the game before that when
Dog, again, he carries that stuff with him, which is so crazy. Like, Trae, you gotta let that go. Dog, you gotta let that go. But you're gonna continue, and so now these refs, dog, we know how petty these refs are. Dog, now they just know you're easy target. Dog, they say something to you, you're gonna say, bruh. Now they're gonna start having quick triggers for you, Trae. Dog, it's like, Trae, have you not watched how this game go? Dog, you not Steph yet. Dog, Steph can sit there and have whole conversations and make gyrations, all that stuff. He's earned that. Trae, you ain't earned that yet. You can't do that.
Now from the TV standpoint, Dominique and Bob said that the guy that gave Trae and Quinn a tech is a rookie official trying to make his bones in the league. Number 92.
Even more reason for you to be quiet. Dog, cause again, dog, he trying to figure out how the NBA go. He say what? Oh,
yeah.
So now what he gonna be known for? Hey, Ref 92. Hey, whoo. But why would you say, boy? He got quick trigger. Big game tonight.
Yeah, Scott Foster and Chris Paul. Yeah, Anytime.
You know what's so crazy about that? Whenever you want to lay some coins on a Chris Paul game, you got to see if Scott Foster officiate, because they're gonna affect your bet.
Yeah, for sure.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
All right, that's all the ballers and busters we got, man. So yeah, they threw Arthur Blank in there and asked for some customer service because we don't have any.
I'll say I got these food prices cheap for y'all down here, and you got them drinks cheap, but he say he got that food cheap for y'all. Got that food cheap for y'all.
Bad and bad.
Bad on bad on bad. Bad on
Bad on
bad.
bad.
Bad on
Yes, sir.
bad.
All right, Mason. Now it's time to get down to this roundtable discussion. NBA talk, NFL talk, and some what say yous. How about that? NBA talk. Well, we just got through talking about Trae Young. I was gonna ask you about Mr. Trae Young, but I'm gonna go further and talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves. They was last week. I know they was leading the league and they was the number one seed and all this. Do you think they can continue this trend, or who do you give credence or credit to for this hot start for Minnesota?
So, of course, Ant-Man is going to get all the shine in this thing. He's the star. But if you look at this first five for the Minnesota Timberwolves, they actually have a very nice team, dog. This squad is put together so nice, and I just like the way this team is coached up. This is a well-coached team, and this what. So you have to ask yourself, I mean, can they keep this up? We know the season long. We know
Right.
that.
Mm-hmm.
And we look at the way the West set up. We know the West tough, blah, 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 blah. We know all these things. But we also know when you have a guy like Ant-Man who can take center stage and who can own at any moment, offensively and defensively, when he do what he do, hey man, I don't know where they're gonna be in April, May, June. But right now today, I love what I see from this team. I love it.
Okay. Has Boston kind of taken a step back as far as you're concerned? Because early on they was moving and running and doing their thing, and all of a sudden Indiana appeared in Philadelphia after James Harden gets traded. Now they seeming to appear as well. Have Boston taken a step back, or has Indiana and Philadelphia taken a step forward?
Boston just don't like the construction of this Boston team.
Yeah.
And we continue to see that Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum it's something about that thing that just don't work. Especially when they're on the floor together. Something about it just don't work. Now, when I look at Philadelphia and we look at how Embiid right now, Embiid is just losing his mind right now. Embiid on a whole tear, and we've always known that when Embiid just make his mind up, bruh, ain't no stopping this dude. When he decided to go down there early on that block and put that work in down there, now that opened up his outside game, because he swear he a big guard. We get that. But he has been lately getting on that block and making you have to guard him, and he putting his body on people. He out here I think dropped triple-double in the first quarter today. So man, I love getting rid of James Harden. When we look back on this thing, is probably the best thing that Philly ever did, without a doubt. Let him. You want to be in LA? You the Clippers problem now. Love what I've seen in Philly. Love it.
And I either tell folks that And you look at Boston and you say, well, they the number one seed in the East. I say, yeah, but what I'm talking about is your record can be good, but that don't mean you're playing well.
Right.
And
Right.
to your point is when they're playing these games, I mean, they undefeated at home,
No.
but at the same time, I mean, they 7-3 in the last 10, but they've only lost 5 games in the whole season. But that means in the last 10 games, they done dropped 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they struggling to play at the expectation of what we know that they can play.
Yeah. Because I mean, they the favorite. The target is on their back. They are the
Mm-hmm.
favorites. Again, hey, I know people don't like to hear this, but I mean, it's just the truth. When you give a player $300 million like you gave Jaylen Brown, you expect $300 million type performances on a nightly basis. It is what it is. I mean, I'm sorry, Jaylen Brown. I'm sorry, Tatum. I mean, we've said that Tatum. I mean, this supposed to be breakout time for Tatum now, right?
Mm-hmm.
He has gone through. We always talk about levels and the next step. Well, it's time for Jason Tatum to make the next step. He's Kobe inspired and all these things. Well, it's time for him to put the Garden, Boston, Clam Chowder. Time for him to put all that on his back, man, and ride. It's time. What are you waiting on? I don't get it.
Now, surprisingly, Orlando is second in the East right now. Are you are you rocking with them? Are they fools gold like the Miami Dolphins, or you think they good? You think they good to go? Good young team.
They're a good young team. I don't know how much noise they can make. I'm really starting to like Banchero. Really starting to really like his guy, and you kind of see him evolving too. He
Mm-hmm.
actually one of the few players where you can see what he was last season and how much he improved his game coming into this season. It is, I mean, but we knew he had the talent, but you can tell worked on that mid range game. He's making a concerted effort to get to the basket more, and I appreciate that for in the league where everybody pull up, everybody pull up. He just jump shots everywhere. Banchero get down there and he mix it up, and he realized those dirty points actually helps him. He 19, 25, he drop a 30 piece here and there.
Mm-hmm.
I like this Orlando squad, but I still think they're so young and they're still learning how to play this game. So I mean, I got my eye on them. I'm gonna tell you that I do have my eye on the Orlando Magic, without a doubt.
Now Indiana done won 4 straight, even though they lost in the tournament.
Yeah.
Uh, which that game didn't count. That's the only game that didn't count.
Right. Yeah. Well,
So
I picked Indiana to win the tournament. I'm Halliburton. I'm all in. I'm all in. I love what this Indiana squad. I like the way they're constructed. Of course, they're getting coached up majorly.
mm-hmm.
I listen. I'm super intrigued on Indiana. I said I might have to dust off my Reggie Miller jersey. It's around here somewhere. I might have to dust that thing off.
Let's jump to some NFL real quick.
Hey,
Have the Eagles been exploited over the last couple of weeks?
I
Ex-
me
Exposed. I'm sorry.
me. I don't think so because I think what we've said consistently all year, their their uh their defense outside of that front four, linebackers and the secondary, very suspect. And those injuries are mounting up now. You know, Darius Slay, is he big play Slay? Nah, not really, but he's still pretty good at the corner. But they're playing Keely Ringo on the other side, who getting cooked. Then they bring in Eli Ricks, he getting
Mhm.
cooked. Linebacker's been hurt. Nakobe Dean is out, so they signed. I didn't know Darius Leonard changed his name to Shaquille Leonard. I didn't get that memo.
Right.
But they bring him in. I mean, he's been hurt. So, and y'all know I've been saying this for weeks. Jalen Hurts is injured. He is definitely injured, and I hear everybody talk about with their running game. He is a big part of their running game because if he's not using his legs, now you just sitting there like, oh man, I can defend him. He easy to defend. I can defend that. So I don't think it's that Philly's getting exposed. They're hurt, and they're hurt at the wrong time of year.
Mm.
I think that's their biggest problem. They got a lot of injuries, plenty of them.
Talk to me about Detroit. What's going on with the Lions?
A team that peaked too early. Jared Goff has not been playing good football these last few weeks, and I think we're starting to see now why McVay was like, yeah, he got to go. You know, he has the last few weeks, he's gotten very careless with the football. Turnovers have been hurting Detroit in a big way. Now, last week against Justin Fields, listen, Justin Fields made plays. Justin Fields just flat out made plays against these guys. I mean, but when I look at Detroit, I just see a team where you want Jared Goff to cut down majorly on these turnovers. I mean, he quietly turned to a turnover machine quietly, and that in the NFL, that's a recipe for disaster. Games are just too close for you to give NFL teams extra possessions. I mean, that's tough. And Dan Campbell better figure it out. Big dog.
Now he was definitely on his way to coach of the year award.
But, definitely, yeah.
But now, not so sure about that.
Yeah, not so fast, my friend.
Yeah, Tab. Now I'm finna move on to Chicago since you mentioned it. Justin Fields is making it mighty hard for Chicago to make a decision. You coming up on his contract where you got to extend him.
If your option, yep.
Yeah, so actually, he actually should have got a ball of the week.
Yeah.
To be quite honest,
could easily got one.
Yeah. Now, I'm not gonna give whoever calling the plays for him any kind of credit because
he what
Justin Fields is done is he's just reverted back to being Justin Fields.
Yeah.
He's using his legs, he's using his legs to move the chain. He keeps putting they are not behind the chain at all.
Yeah.
They stay in front of the chain and he's using his legs to the best of his ability. And so I got to give Justin Fields the credit for that. And he put Chicago in a very tough situation. And I'm going to ask you, what is it that you think that they should do, will do, can do?
So if it's Chicago, this the beauty for the Chicago Bears. You really can't lose because you're probably going to end up with the number 1 overall pick because you got the Panthers pick.
Mm-hmm.
Then your season, I mean, you're probably going to have 2 picks in the top 10. Okay. So let's just say, hey, Justin Fields balling. We can trade him. We get extra picks for Justin. So we can revamp this team immediately. We can go cheaper at quarterback because we can save money. It's all in the NFL. You always want to go younger and cheaper. So you can restart your quarterback clock, take Caleb Williams at 1, and then like I say, you have a top 10 pick. So you can go get a tackle, or you can go get another playmaker or a defensive piece, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good place to be.
Well, you just signed Montez Sweat, so
You gave Montez Sweat, so here you go. So boom, imagine you get Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison. Oh, you like that, don't you? You like that, don't you? Oh, you like that. Or you can say, you know what, Justin has been good for us. Maybe if we get Justin another coach. Because the one thing you do, we know it's quarterback league. You got a guy who's pretty capable. Hey, but maybe if we get him some better coaching, he can get even better. So with that number 1 overall pick, we can get best lineman, best defensive piece, whatever. And then at 10 again, because we still gonna have 2 first-round picks in the top 10. Got Justin, got a offensive tackle, a big piece right there. And then, by the way, again, get the best playmaker in the draft to go along with Justin and DJ Moore. It's win-win for Chicago, whatever they do. Whatever they do. I personally think they're gonna move on for Justin. I think they're just gonna go younger, reset the clock. I think they're gonna fire Eberflus. I think they're just like, man, look, we just got to start this thing over. We just got to start this thing over. Because Eberflus just not, he not it. Let's get somebody in here for Justin. Let's get somebody in here to coach Justin up the right way. Let's use them 2 picks wisely, because we know what Justin is. We don't know what Caleb gonna be.
Right.
And he coming from California to Chicago? How he know what it's like when it's 30 degrees out there in the windy city? Man, please, I'm good where we are. I keep Justin.
You keeping Justin?
I keep Justin, dog.
Well, Marlon said, yeah, franchise Justin and add some talent around him.
Add the talent around him. Get him a coach, man. Get him a real coach. Please and thank you.
Yeah, I think Chicago in a good, they're in a pickle, but they're in a good pickle.
They're in a great pickle. Now, listen, they probably watched just keep up with the Panthers. They had somebody keep up with the Panthers scope like, whoo, hey boy, they're gonna be 1-16, but number 1 pick is ours. Crazy, dog. Crazy. Lord, them folk gave up too much to get Bryce Young. Lord have mercy. They tripping. But whatever.
Speaking of Bryce Young, do you think you regret leaving Alabama last year?
No, because he got 42 million reasons why, you know what I'm saying? he you know. I hate it that he's in this situation where, the organization, but we knew when they had the pick, we knew that, man, no playmakers, no offensive line. The defense, but bruh, that's a long. Now I think the Panthers probably like, we kind of broke the rules, because when we talk about measurables and all these things, that CJ Stroud right there in your damn face, like, I just don't think you take a guy that small at 1. When we always talk about eye tests, we talk about, all these, man, arm strength, right? Like, outside of Bryce being this cerebral guy, what is he? I mean, do you love his arm? No. Do you love his athleticism? No. You definitely don't love his size. I look at CJ Stroud, like, I mean, how much better would this team be if CJ Stroud had been drafted at 1 instead? Not saying, look, because the talent's still the talent in Carolina, but it's some plays that CJ can make that Bryce just can't make, and a lot of it is because of his size, dog. I mean, it what it is.
Talk to me about the oh well, yeah, let's talk about this your guy out for the season now. The one that wear the powder blue and gold.
The most overrated quarterback in the NFL, Justin
Yeah,
Herbert.
so we got Herbert out for the season.
Yeah.
Add
him to the list. Add him to the list. Just another quarterback.
All these quarterbacks who's gotten paid getting hurt. How much of what we've seen as far as these quarterbacks who just got paid? Because we keep saying Jalen Hurts is hurt too, but he just won't sit out.
They just won't sit out. Yeah.
How much have we watched these quarterbacks who just got this new money get hurt, miss games? How much would that affect going forward about them getting paid or how much they're getting paid?
But I mean, the sad part about it, the quarterback position. I mean, it has all the leverage. If you don't have what we always say, quarterback league, that. So quarterbacks. I mean, if you're competent, if you're good, you're gonna be the highest paid player on your team. But you 55 million for a few of these guys. I mean, it's crazy. It is absolute crazy because you like when I'm giving him that kind of money, is he going? I mean, can he truly carry us? Marlon, no, I use this. I borrowed this from my good guy, Bucky Brooks. When we do these drafts, when we get ready to grade these guys for the draft, Bucky Brooks put quarterbacks in 2K. He is this simple for Bucky. Are you a truck? Can you carry it all? Are you a trailer? Are you just along for the ride? Trucks and trailers. That's just how Bucky look at the quarterback. Is he a truck? Is he a trailer? Now we would think Justin Herbert is a truck, the way they talk about it. But I mean, can we honestly say, and he's gonna get a duo because they're probably gonna fire the coach. Whoever comes in next, do you think Justin Herbert is a Super Bowl winning quarterback? And if you think he's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, I mean, they paid him like that. Here we go. Monster Hill truck with no I mean, I don't know what to make of her. I don't know what to make of Herbert, honestly. Like, I mean, I didn't think much of him coming out of college, because at Oregon, all they did was throw the ball sideways. They threw a lot of screens and stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, okay, he got this big arm, but I mean, do we really think we're gonna ever see Justin Herbert hoisting a Lombardi trophy? Do we? I don't.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, Marley, he a dually. He just a dually. out there. You know, these dudes just be buying dooley. They ain't finna do nothing with it. They just
Yeah,
want a dooley. Like, bro, you want that gas guzzling truck just to say you got a dooley? Bust stop. I don't want that truck.
yeah,
I ain't finna be
exactly.
pulling nothing. I don't want that. I don't want no dually.
All right, now it's time for the what say you part of the show. Okay, got a good one for you. What say you, Maceo? I got Ron Rivera, Arthur Smith, Brandon Staley, and Eberflus. Who and Mike Tomlin? Who gets the axe first? Who would you
Oh,
fire first?
Boo Boo Staley. Boo Boo Staley out there in LA. The Chargers, man, the Chargers in bad shape. And Marlon put up there early. Now is the time to fire this guy because Herbert done for the season, clearly.
Mm,
You're
yeah.
probably, I mean, you're not gonna make the playoffs. I mean, Ian, what's his boy name? Ian Stick or whatever, whoever this is from the
Hmm.
quarterback tomorrow night. Like, what?
Yeah.
Staley. I mean, Staley should have been fired last year. Hell, 2 years ago, Staley should have been fired. But I mean, he's still here. But yeah, man. I mean, the clock got to be ticking on him. I mean, he should already have a realtor hired already. Like, yeah, it's time for the dude to go, man.
All right, Maceo, what say you? They say Carson Beck hasn't made a decision about his college career because he is trying to negotiate a $4 million NIL deal. What say you
Mm.
about that? Rumors or boy stop?
Uh, Definitely not boy stop because if they don't give it to him, somebody gonna give it to him because the going rate for a high level quarterback is, I mean, that's the ballpark. Lucky for Carson Beck, the slush fund at Georgia is very good. It
Mm,
is it is it is better than good. So he's listen. Whatever Carson Beck want, Carson Beck gonna get it. Believe that. That's why Vandergrift. So listen, Vandergrift already know Carson Beck coming back. He already know it. So that's why he was like, "I'm out of here." See, because Gunnar Stockton can afford to wait another year. The number one player in the country, Rayola, he not number one player in the country, but he's rated that way. That's why Rayola is. Oh man, let me find me another school because Carson Beck gonna be here again. What Carson Beck want, Carson Beck is going to get in
mm.
Athens. No doubt about it.
Is it time? What say you, Maceo? Is it time for the Hawks to really make a push for Pascal Siakam?
Oh, it's been time. It's been time. And you know what's funny, Horace? In the preseason, you said this, and I was kind of, I don't know about old Jalen Johnson. We miss Jalen Johnson. We miss Jalen Johnson, and I didn't truly realize. I just really watched the other night. I mean, on the wing, just his athleticism. Yeah, dog. Man, yeah. We need Siakam. We need freaks. You need freaks in this league, athletic freaks. Hawks
So the
don't have that.
so
Hawks
the
don't have
room
that.
on the room on the street is a three-way trade between Dallas, Toronto, and the Hawks giving up AJ Griffin, DeAndre Hunter, and uh Hawks get Siakam and Holmes, and going back to Toronto would be Dwight Powell, uh Griffin, Hunter, and a couple of more picks from Dallas. You making
Dude,
that deal?
I'm making that deal. One, we don't even play AJ Griffin anyway. DeAndre Hunter, I mean, what what is DeAndre Hunter doing for us, really? You know, all the talent in the world. I mean, I actually thought when we drafted, I was like, man, okay, that's a good pickup. Then we done gave him some more money, and I mean, one, he don't stay. He always seem like he always hurt. Always something wrong with him. Yeah, man, make that deal, man. Make that deal.
Make that
Make
deal. How
that.
much better you think Siakam, Trey, and Murray would be with together?
I think I like that because again, we got another freak athlete on the wing. So now when DeJounte don't get out there on these breaks, especially like until we get Jalen Johnson back, but you had these guys who can just, man, I'm talking about high flyers. Like these gonna be guys who gonna go attack the rim, even though Jalen like to sometimes pull up from three. Yeah, we need them dudes, man, attacking that rim. The Hawks need to run more anyway. Even I know Coach Quinn keep telling us that this is our offense. We shooting the ball, uh, freaking putting up as many threes as possible. I mean, I don't like that, but you know, that this is offense. So man.
All right, my last one for the night. Monsieur, what say you if you had to pick you a starting power forward? Would it be Kevin Durant? I'm just gonna put Durant in the power forward. Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Karl Malone.
So this is honestly this tough, but because I got listen, I think the big ticket is just so special. Now I'm taking the big ticket because it's almost like what can't the big ticket do? Energy, just that crazy passion on defensive end. What he brings you on the offensive side, and you know he all of them dogs, but it's just some about KG, man, that just KG always do it for me, man. Like I'm taking that dude anywhere. We're at Melvin Paul, we're at Run and Shoot, wherever we're now. I'm taking KG, man, cause I just know what he bringing to the table. Mel, man, you know, and anybody who put the hand on the back of the head while I do a finger roll, I can't rock with you, amongst other things. Uh, and Kate, man, KD, man, I don't like his Twitter fingers, man. His Twitter fingers
Mhm.
just always rub me wrong, man. And listen, the big fundamental. So the big fundamental in KG, they had this awesome relationship, and it's always crazy because he never could get under Tim Duncan's skin. Tim Duncan, of course, he got all the hardware to prove that KG, you not that dude like that. But KG just do it for me. I don't. Tim Duncan demeanor always bothered me, man. I don't like no quiet guys like that who that good. You know, if you that good, man, tell somebody about it, man. That's just me. I guess because I'm rowdy like that. But now, give me KG, dog. Give me KG.
I said that was the last one, but something just popped up on my phone, and I have to be reminded that. All right, my last one for real, for real. If the kids say RF, a young 22-year-old Ray Allen or a 22-year-old Vince Carter.
You know what's crazy? People forget how nice young Seattle Supersonic Milwaukee Buck Ray Allen.
Man,
People forget that, man. Ray would yam on you.
Yeah,
Ray, Ray,
absolutely.
Ray. Yeah, so I'm I'm only taking Vince because ceiling is the roof. You know, all else fails. I go in North Carolina. I'm going North Carolina. But people, man, go pull up the Milwaukee Buck Ray Allen highlights. Bruh. Ray Allen was giving dudes fits. Dude, funny Ray Allen story. I'm living in Florence, South Carolina. I'm in Applebee's was the spot, Florence, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Dog, it's this dude. I met this dude sitting right across from me. I say, look like Ray Allen. That got to be Ray Allen. I'm like, I look older. Man, I look like Ray Allen. I say, man, you know what? After one more drink, I'm gonna go ask Buddy, is he Ray Allen? Give him a drink. I'm gonna go. I say, sir, I know people probably ask you this all the time. I know people probably bother you this, but are you Ray Allen? Dude just fall out laughing. He look at me, he laughing. He say, you ain't gonna believe this. So I say, you're not Ray Allen. He say, you're not gonna believe this. Tell me. He say, that's my son. I said, get out of here. He say, you know where Ray Allen from, right?
South Carolina.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I say, nah. He say, he from Sumter, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I say,
Yeah,
so
even South Carolina.
so another lady come back to the table, and so she looking at Ray dad laughing, and she like, is he ever asking you if you Ray Allen? I just like, she was like, yeah, this Ray Allen dad. Totally blew my mind, dog.
Yeah.
Totally blew my mind, dog. Totally blew my mind. So yeah, that's my funny Ray Allen story. I'm gonna close this one with you because I got a what say you.
Okay.
In their prime, Randy Moss, Terrell Owens.
Ooh, that's a good one. Good God Almighty.
This caused the argument today.
I am going to go with Terrell Owens. Not because he's more talented, because he gives you everything.
Mm.
He can give you blocking if you need it. You can run a reverse. He can go deep. He can catch a slant and go. He gives you everything. Randy Moss is just whether he could or couldn't, everybody just used him on the go route.
Oh my God, go by D-ball.
But T.O., I can go wide receiver screen. I can go possession. I can look for him on 3rd and 8. Give me a button hood and curl. Or I can look for him to go give me a post. If somebody's in the cover 2 and I got double tight ends running the 6 route to take away them safeties in the corner and leave the middle of the field open, and I got Terrell running the post, middle, yeah. And he can block. And not afraid to block. And I know he's going to give me a hell of a touchdown celebration today. So, yeah, I'm going to you.
Last one for me, the Atlanta edition. And you're going to really enjoy this one because you are a hooper at heart.
Mm-hmm.
You finna love this one. More legendary hooper in North Georgia. Darren Hancock, Octavius Thomas.
I like that one, but I'm gonna have to go with Ock, only because I only played against Hancock in not in high school because he was a little above me. Uh, but I went to go see him now. He's worth every price of admission. And I got a fun art story for you, just to prove this. We playing George in the region first round game at George High School. We warm it up. We look down there, no art. Period. Right? Right before the start of the game, Art walks in eating out of a bag of McDonald's. He put the bag down, come straight to the center of the court for the captains where the referees talk to you. I'm talking about smelling like kush. I'm talking about straight kush. In the center of the mid court. We down there, the referees talking and giving us the rules and things of that nature, and we shake hands. He said, Harris, I'm about to give y'all 30 tonight. He said, I might give you 40. And I'd say, you might give up 30, but you got to take that L with you. And at the end of the night, he had 38, but he had an L. He kept his word, but he had 38, and we couldn't stop him.
Special talent.
Special talent.
Special talent. Special, and it's crazy. So art will always be like a big part of our family. My aunt taught him at George. He basically just lived in her room. He would come in, put his head down. He was just there. They bought his work. Mm-hmm. They bought his work to him now. Dude, I can't stress when people hear about him. People always like, hey man, you ever heard this Octavius Thomas boy? Like, Ock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, bro, listen and listen good. Probably the most gifted ball handler.
Yeah.
That nobody will ever know. Just a flat out gamer. Flat out gamer. And you know the legendary story, I was there. Run and shoot. Marbury come through, popping all that, bop. On his New York, you know what I'm saying?
He had the Timberland boots on.
Nah, he was on all this New York, big chain, pulled up in the Lexi. Marbury had the SC 300 while he was at Tech, pulled up green, BBS is on it. Yeah, he had all that. Court 1 by the door. That court. Work Marbury over. Everybody like side betting going on, bro. And you know how Ock was. You know how Ock is.
Yeah.
Little
Don't
smirk.
wear us out, baby.
Hey man, Ock was like, how you want it? Pull up. Ah! Yeah. Oh, I can't go by you. Bruh. By the time they were done, Marbury put the chain back on, all that stuff, walked up out of there. We ain't never see Marbury again. Get ready to shoot. doing them Octavius Thomas hours, dog.
Yeah.
Wow,
Dude
boy.
was special. Dude was special. I can't stress to people how special the kid was. We talked tonight about, how you can have all the skills, but something is missing. I mean, this was the kid. This was the kid. Yes, sir. Was the kid for sure. I just thought of one just to somebody, let's say. Oh yeah, he seen Ark at the shoot a few times, special indeed. For sure. I just saw this on Facebook today, and I just thought of one, so I got to get it to you since we're gonna do an Atlanta edition. I'm gonna say, how should I ask this? Coach you would have loved to play for. Got Coach Dollar from Doug, Coach Bell from Washington, who coached Elmo Spencer, Coach David Jones at Southside. Them the three. Who you got? What say you?
So I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna pick Bell. Now, all three of these guys characters.
Yeah, ain't no doubt.
All three of them are characters. I always say Bell had the toughest job because Bell was at a spot where it was like a revolving door. It Doug dollar was dollar, so he's gonna get folks.
Mm-hmm.
Jones at Southside, I mean, how do two country guys from Tennessee end up at? I mean, we ain't gonna get into all that. But of all the schools to go to, they end up.
Now I can tell you from experience. Buckingham lived with Polo down the street from A High School.
Listen, I know.
You know.
Yeah, but how they. But Bell was in a situation where he was just dealing with what came in the door. And as many wild boys we know that matriculated through Booker T. Washington High School, Washington was always competitive in basketball.
Yeah.
Always competitive in basketball, dog. I mean, and again, wasn't no recruit, no guy, he had nothing to offer like Jones and Dollar.
Mm-hmm.
But when you play Washington in basketball, yeah, it was gonna be some problems. It was gonna definitely be some problems. I'm going Bell. Me and Coach Dollar have a real life relationship. Coach Dollar was one of those guys that I always like. If I was cutting class, I was down in school suspension room, laughing with Coach Dollar, getting sage advice from Coach Dollar. I remember the time when Coach Dollar stole a whole pan of peanut butter cookies at the cafeteria, and they got on intercom. They were like, "Hey, whoever took the cookies out the cafeteria, bring them back." We sit in Miss Fields' English class. We look up, here Coach Don Dollar walk by our room with the tray of cookies, eating them, heading back down to the in-school suspension room. So, man, yeah, shout out to Don Dollar, but yeah, give me Bell, dog. Give me Coach Bell.
You know what's funny? I can remember going to the state game in Macon when Washington won it.
Yeah.
When they had Charles McDonald, R.I.P., Jerome Rowland, Elmo Spencer, David Glass, and they had a squad that I think that was the 87 year. 86 or 87, one of those years, but they was off the chain. Went down there to support David Glass because he from our spot. And man, when I tell you, I was so proud of them boys playing and all that. And another story, and this is gonna be in my upcoming book, From Bankhead to Buckhead. Coach Bell, I went to Kennedy. So Coach Bell was at Kennedy every week recruiting, not recruiting, but just to show his face. And he'll throw me his car keys, say, go out there and look at my trunk, get you a pair of them shoes. Now, one of his players, I think Corey Stewart went to Georgia Southwestern, and another went to Kansas State. When Kansas State had them purple Adidas,
yeah,
I had them.
Amen.
But a little known fact that nobody knows, and this is funny. I'm glad we're having this conversation. I was actually enrolled in Doug. Yeah, I was enrolled in Doug.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, listen, I was playing with Coach Dollar the whole summer, the whole this and that. But what happened was I got in trouble at Kennedy one weekend. And I stayed Friday morning, I went to school. I went out to Decatur, me and Marcus Glad, hanging with him. Went with Marcus Glad, we were hanging out and ended up getting stuck out in Decatur. And we stayed the whole weekend. And I didn't tell my mom where I was because we didn't have a phone, so I couldn't call. And I went to school Monday morning, the police waiting on me at school. So Coach Dollar was working his because my uncle had another house on Northwest Drive down on Jackson Parkway. So I was good with the address.
Right.
It was his address. But after that happened, my uncle told me, no, we ain't doing none of that. You going out there to the north side where you ain't finna get in no trouble or nothing. Man, when Coach Dollar came by the house and told me, he say, you know how he talk? You talk real fast. Okay, we got to set it. I say, Coach, I'm sorry, but I ain't gonna be able to go. He was hurt.
Hey, man.
I was like, Coach, I say, you probably weren't gonna let me play football, no way.
No.
So I mean,
man, my soul is great now. This was dope tonight. This was dope.
Yeah. I mean, cause I'm like, bro, this is crazy. I like, and this is the thing. I'm like, when I'm playing with you, it's me and Kiki on the wing and Chad running the point. You got Omar and who else was playing? Kevin Chamberlain, I think, was the other big guy. But I think he was ahead of us. Kevin Chamberlain was 89.
Yeah, 89, yeah.
But Omar was with us. I think Eric Fuller ended up going to Mays anyway.
Yeah.
But man, Eric Fuller got the best parents in the world.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you, when I couldn't afford to go to them trips, they'd be like, come on, we got you.
Dope, dog.
Man, shout out to Eric Fuller and his parents, bro.
They were good for the soul, man. Hey, man. Appreciate you hitting me up tonight, man.
That was all right there, huh?
I'm complete.
You complete?
I'm complete now.
I was just thinking about that when Kiki posted Coach Dollar. I was like, man, I know good and well. I was like, I wanted to ask him so bad, cause I want to go back and play point guard at Doug because he was gonna keep me on the wing.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, hey, man, that's crazy.
Ain't that crazy?
Doug High.
Yeah, I was enrolled. He told me, he say, and my uncle had to end up getting back his $45 that he used or whatever.
Hey, man.
Dad say the show was fire tonight.
Hey, man. Yeah, man. Hey, listen.
They tell overtime.
Listen, we might have started. I start calling some of these fools. I talk to some of these fools from time to time, y'all, and And we got to get these folk the cup talk.
Yeah, man. It'll be good to hear some of these some of these players, bro. Because man, I got some stories. I got a James Farr story that'll rock your world. We went out to Buffalo, New York, and this one when Pal was in. Pal was on Hill Street.
Yeah.
We met at Hill. We get ready to go load up. James, we get ready to load up, and he said, "Hold on, I got to get the rest of my bag." Bruh, he had about 10 boxes of shoes going on the trip. I was like, this is when you know you getting the good. He would wear one pair of shoes in the first half and another pair of shoes in the second half. All Nike though.
Me and James, our funny running joke all the time is I see you. So James and ride the bus with the team. Team show up to your gym. Then James eventually get there. This particular night in December, South Side of Doug game, James Forrest shows up with a full-length, never seen this, full-length 3/4 starter jacket, Raider starter jacket. Me and James laugh about this to this day.
Yeah, I remember y'all on Facebook laughing about this.
I say, man, where you get that from? three length, 3/4 length, fresh Raider Scully. And you know, at this time, you know, you only could get like local stuff. Local stuff. Now, this 1990, this 91, 91.
Right.
So this joker got to be super plugged in to get this jacket. So me and James, we cracked so many jokes about that stuff, man. I like, hey man, what a time, y'all.
Yeah, I know. That was crazy. Hey, I would say talk to me about the Doug Howard Washington game when Derek Dennison and Chris Harvest and hey, they say the first play of the game, Dennison caught one on the rim.
Point.
Yeah.
Just point.
All right. So my last one for you, this is ATL overtime, but Derek Dennison, Chris Harvest, or Chris Morris.
So I'm gonna be super biased on this because it's gonna be Chris Harvest, because Chris Harvest was a complete character.
Yes, he was a character.
Chris Harvest, dog, to be in them hallways with Chris Harvest was comedy, because he was he was so quiet from 7:15 to 3:15. If you took a class with him, so I don't know why he was in my class. Well, I know why he was in my class, but he was in one of my classes. So of course, you know, we sit alphabetical order. So yeah, Harvest, Hurd. Chris Harvest came to class every day and put his head down and slept through second period every day. Every day.
But the sneaky thing about that, it can sing though.
Dog, I mean, 6'9". Dude was on Death Row Records. The dude married Vivica Fox, y'all.
Yeah.
And they're from Atlanta, Georgia. Married Vivica Fox when Vivica was hot. Dog. Chris Morris, I mean, that's Chris Morris. Chris Harvest athleticism was stupid. To be that tall and he could do all all the dunks. I mean,
Yeah.
dog, Chris Harvey was ahead of his time, man.
Who is what's the Terry dude name that I keep forgetting that was back in the day?
Was it? What was
Him and Chris was right around the same.
yeah,
Chris Martin.
Terry that went to Auburn with Charles Barkley teammate.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Daughter won 2 state championships at Southwest DeKalb. Yeah, went to Auburn. Yeah. Crazy. Hey man.
He was nice too.
Very, very nice, man. That was and a lot of people felt like that 85 team was better than 84 team that won state. That's crazy.
Mm.
That's crazy. Man, we've been here all night, man. Let's get out of here, man.
Yeah, I was gonna stop my music, but my phone keep going. There we go.
Hey man, this was dope, dog. Now you don't want my spirit now, man. I'm gonna go cut the food now.
There you go. All right, Mace. I'm gonna shout out to you, and I'm gonna shout out to everybody who tuned in tonight, man. And man, let's do this again. Matter of fact, we might need to do a late night edition of Overtime Atlanta. All right, give me your shout out, bro, real quick.
Man, hey man, shout out to all the high schools that are competing for the state championship since Monday. Shout out to all those guys. We're at the final game now. Milton and Walton, I think that's who playing. Man, shout out to you, HO, for always reaching out, thinking about your boy. Man, always down to slaying these sports. That's what I do for a living, man. And just all the listeners, man, always appreciate y'all, man. Because, hey, y'all while we do it. So appreciate y'all.
Tell everybody where they can find you Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Hey, man, Monday through Thursday, the Crush Sports Talk Network on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And we ain't hard to find, man. Holla at your boys.
There you go. Yes, sir, man. We went a little overtime tonight, but it was worth it with the ATL guy.
Well worth it. Well worth it.
Yes, sir. Bring back some memories, and man, we gotta do this again, man. So you know how we're doing it.
For the start line these folk up, man.
Yes, sir. For Hancock, D. Will, man, we really appreciate it, and we appreciate everybody tuning in. R.I.P. Moms and Pops, R.I.P. BC. And it's the SRT Sports Roundtable, and we out. Peace.
Peace.